The Warcraft universe is huge and constantly continues to grow. Video games, books, comics, card, and board games. It seems that there are no things in the world to which the world of Warcraft would not reach, but with cinematography, the popular game has not yet succeeded. But even after many years, fans do not give up hope to see a continuation of the confrontation between orcs and humans, or another story from the huge lore. Yes, and the authors themselves wish and try to find the right approach to the new movie. On the internet constantly appears information about the plans of Blizzard and Legendary about the new movie. In this video, you will learn when the new movie will be released, what the plot of the sequel can tell about, what the authors of the original movie plan to show in the trilogy, and who can become the director of the new movie. Make yourself comfortable, and don't forget to like. The movie Warcraft, released in 2016, grossed only $47 million at the US box office. At the international box office, the movie did much better, and Warcraft managed to collect $391 million. Most of this amount was collected in China. In total, Warcraft brought $439 million to the authors. This is quite a large amount, but the budget of the movie, including advertising costs, amounted to $270 million. Let's add to the sum the deductions to movie theaters and additional expenses. In the end, it turns out that the movie needed to collect at least $450 million to cover the costs of its production. It is said that the company lost $15 million, although the studio management believes that the losses were twice as much. As it often happens, poor box office collections prevented a worthy project from getting a sequel. Blizzard and Legend didn't want to take the risk of making a sequel to a movie that only grossed good box office overseas. Critics received the movie poorly. Duncan Jones, the director of the movie, later revealed that the movie was not a priority for Blizzard. For a studio that makes over $1 billion a year from games, the movie didn't seem like a significant project. Blizzard executives saw the movie as an advertisement for the game. Also problematic was the change in ownership of Legendary Studios right during the movie's production. Initially, it was owned by Warner Brothers, but later it was taken over by Universal. The company was then acquired by Wanda Group, who later changed owners as well. Because of this, Warcraft constantly had new producers, each of whom saw the project in their own way. In the director's opinion, a serious mistake was also too many storylines in the movie. The Warcraft universe is huge, and it is very difficult to fit the events of even one game in the movie. But despite the bad reviews of critics, the former president of Blizzard Entertainment, Mike Morhaime, stood up for the movie. According to him, the only thing that matters is that the project was filmed for fans of the franchise. Despite all the flaws, it cannot be said that Warcraft was a bad movie. The movie managed to please the devoted fans of video games. Let only a small part of the franchise's plot was shown, but it was very pleasant to see the favorite characters on the big screens. Nevertheless, the movie took the first place in the list of the highest-grossing films based on video games, and only this year lost the leadership to The Super Mario Bros. Warcraft has a lot of great storylines, and in capable hands could easily conquer the world. The creators understood, so they immediately made plans for 3 films. In 2020, director Duncan Jones revealed the author's plans for unreleased sequels. According to him, the entire trilogy was to be the fulfillment of the promise of Durotan to give his people a new home. In the second part, we were expected to see the story of a grown-up son, better known as Thrall. He was to be taken to a gladiatorial camp as a slave. There he would meet a member of the Tauren race and befriend him. The new friend would tell Thrall about the land to the west where his kin came from. There Thrall could have found new allies and perhaps a new home. In the third installment, we could see Thrall free the orcs in the eastern kingdoms. The Horde army would then travel by sea and establish a new city. The trilogy was going to be the first Warcraft story. After its completion, the director was going to put the franchise in the hands of someone who was more familiar with the lore of the game. While Duncan Jones shared details of unreleased movies, rumors of a new Warcraft universe movie have surfaced. A reputable movie industry insider, Daniel Richtman, shared information that Legendary Studios is developing a new Warcraft movie. According to Daniel's statement, the authors would like to see Peter Jackson as the director of the movie. Jackson would definitely be able to show Warcraft the way it should be shown. The director has a lot of experience in large-scale battles between orcs and humans and in creating stunning fantasy worlds. But the director would likely ask for a very hefty fee for his services as well. This is a big risk for Blizzard and Legendary. The creators would also like to see Chris Pratt in the project. According to rumors, he was supposed to perform the role of the main character among the characters of the human race. What story the authors would like to tell in the new sequel can only be guessed. Lore of Warcraft offers a huge variety of plots for screen adaptations. If desired, the authors could even create their own movie universe. The franchise has a huge potential, which simply cannot be ignored. Unfortunately, there has been no word on a possible project since the Chris Pratt information surfaced. It is possible that a COVID or something else interfered in the plans of the authors. In recent years, Blizzard Entertainment has managed to tarnish its reputation. Around the company, there were many scandals related to poor working conditions. Also, with Blizzard games, there were a lot of problems. Perhaps the studio decided to wait until everything calms down and then begin production of the movie. At the beginning of last year, there were rumors that Blizzard and Universal are again planning to create a new picture on the Warcraft universe. According to information, the new Warcraft will be a soft reboot of the franchise. Sources claim that the authors want to focus on new characters and undo some of the decisions made in the first movie. However, more than a year has passed, and there is still no news about the project. It is possible that the strike of writers and actors forced the authors to postpone the announcement. Microsoft's purchase of Blizzard Studio also made adjustments to the studio's plans. Now the creators will have to find a way to interest not only players, but also ordinary viewers. To do this, it will be necessary to pick up a memorable story with a lot of plot intrigue, as in the series Game of Thrones. And in the Warcraft universe, there is such an opportunity. According to fans, one of the plots is best suited for a film adaptation. The movie makers could show the events of the third installment of the Warcraft game about the tragic story of Arthas Menethil, who became the Lich King. This storyline could be the start of Warcraft's big success in the movie. According to the plot of the game, Arthas was trying to save his people from a disease that turns people into undead. However, he fell into the Lich King's trap and took the cursed sword. Because of this, Arthas lost his soul and became a Death Knight. The prince's path is saturated with large-scale battles, devious plots, and dramatic moments. Adapting the story will allow Legendary and Blizzard to attract viewers unfamiliar with the game, because the appearance of zombies in fantasy movies is not often seen. The prime candidate for the role of Arthas Menethil is, of course, Henry Cavill. Henry would be perfect for the role of Lich King. The actor is a huge fan of the universe. Interestingly, the actor even missed the news of getting the role of Superman because he was busy playing World of Warcraft. The Warcraft universe is constantly growing, and Blizzard and Universal should not miss the opportunity to expand the universe of the franchise with movies. So the more appropriate question is, when will a new Warcraft movie be released? We are sure that the authors will find the right approach to adaptation in the near future. Be sure to write what you expect from the new movie. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you soon.